Welcome, everyone. I'd like to call the board meeting to order. Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. And Pam, can you do the roll call for us, please?
Mayor Martin.
Here.
Trustee Corrado.
Here.
Trustee Hughes. Absent. Trustee Ruggiero.
Here.
Trustee Machado. Here.
Okay, thank you. Also, we have a copy of the minutes from the last meeting, April 21st, in your binder. If you could just take a look at them, see if there are any corrections to be made, anything to be added. Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as sent.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. Under abstracts, we have general fund, $37,121.66. Trust and agency, $3,152.50. Sewer abstract, $4,229.70. And water abstract, $9,244.33. I'll entertain a motion to accept the abstracts as read.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, I just have a few comments tonight. Oh boy, let's see where they are.
Gonna be a few. You said,
First
oh
of
boy.
all, I wanted to mention that yesterday was International Firefighters Day. So we always like to recognize our volunteer firemen and thank them for the work that they do for us. So thank you for all the work and training that you do. Also yesterday, we had the 5K race. No, it was Saturday. You got me. The 5K race at St. Mary's School, right over the line into the town. It was a great event. I was so happy to see it come back after COVID. They haven't had it in a few years. I think it was very well attended. Eddie here was one of the organizers of the event, and it was really well attended and really a fun event. So glad to see it back, and congratulations on the success of it. Our Hometown Heroes banners are up. They look great. If ever anybody is interested in getting a Hometown Heroes banner, they should contact our village clerk, Pam. Let's see what else. We have our Memorial Day parade is coming up. It is on the 26th. The parade itself is at 1 o'clock. The lineup to march is 12:15 on Church Street, right over by Salon Doriana. And then also we're going to be having our block party again. This month, it's going to be May 31st. So those are pretty much the announcements I have for tonight. So let's move right into our first item on the agenda here, which is we have a proclamation for the Fishkill Food Pantry's 40th anniversary. Okay, so with that, I'd like to call Eddie up, Eddie Cologne. And I just want to read the proclamation to everybody. This is a proclamation for the Fishkill Food Pantry for the 40th anniversary. Whereas the Fishkill Food Pantry is a long-standing provider of food to those in need in Southern Dutchess County. Whereas the Fishkill Food Pantry was originally established by the First Reformed Church of Fishkill, the food pantry is currently co-sponsored by the First Reformed Church and St. Mary, Mother of the Church, Fishkill, New York. Whereas the Fishkill Food Pantry services families from Beacon, Beekman, Chelsea, Cold Spring, Fishkill, Glenham, Hopewell, Houstonville, Poquay, Stormville, and Wappingers. And whereas the Village of Fishkill would like to congratulate them on their 40-year anniversary, we thank them for their contributions to our community, and we wish them many more years of success. Now therefore, I, Kathleen Martin, Mayor of the Village of Fishkill, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees and residents, do hereby present this proclamation to the Fishkill Food Pantry on celebrating your 40th anniversary. Congratulations. Thank you. Good job.
That's the second time we take a picture together.
Oh my goodness. You want to say it first?
Thank you all. Thank you for all this. We're still struggling, but we're not gonna, end hunger. This has been here for longest. The only thing we could do is put a Band-Aid to it. Every month we feed over 350 families, and it's increasing. So this past weekend, I went to Acme and I did a food drive from 10 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We shall collected 37 boxes of food. My goal was 30, with 37. Collected $444. My goal was 300. Last weekend, last Sunday, I went down to the Stoneville Market. Boy, I seen the Wizard of Oz so many times, it's sort of my tent. When we came and we took the tent, we went. That stopped me from collecting $550, which my goal was $250. When I got there at 7 o'clock in the morning, I said, where's everybody? But it was cold. And at the same time, we did ShopRite for 2 days, which we collected on Saturday and Sunday 100 boxes of food and $1,500 of money. If it was up to that man, ShopRite, the man in Vallardo, if it was up to him, we would have a food drive every weekend because he believed that giving back to the community is the right thing to do. And I gotta say something. When I say Fishkill, I include the village, the town. We are strong. We are strong and we come out together. No matter where we are, no matter what political party we belong to, which I don't go by that. But when we in need, Fishkill is there. It's there. And another thing I want to say, thank you, Mayor Martin, for participating this weekend with us this Saturday. I mean, I know you had a lot of fun. Boy, you felt like a little young girl out there. Boy, she was out there, she was moving all over.
He told me to show up. I showed up.
And even though there was a lot of dignitaries out there, guess what? They all behaved and they all chipped in. And she was out there like she was just a newborn baby. So for that, I thank you for attending and you did great.
Thank
And
you.
she started the race too.
Yes.
He blow that horn. I want to take it away from her.
Yeah. You know,
Thank you all.
thank you. Thank you for all the good work you've done for the
Thank you.
community. Thank you. Okay, now I have another proclamation.
Can we move one down and we're waiting for Kevin to show up?
Sure, of course,
That'd be great. Thank you.
absolutely. So this is an important month. May is always an important month for us here in the Village of Fishkill, and you may have noticed the white ribbons on the poles in going through the village when you drive through. And those are from the NAMI organization, which is the National Mental Health Awareness Organization. So the ribbons are out to just, bring awareness to mental health. And I am going to read a proclamation now declaring May of 2025 as Mental Health Awareness Month. So whereas mental health is essential to the well-being and the vitality of our families, businesses, and communities. And whereas mental health conditions are real and prevalent in our nation, with 1 out of 5 Americans affected by mental illness each year. And whereas more people die from suicide in the United States than from traffic accidents, and an estimated 18 veterans die from suicide each day. And whereas stigma and fear of discrimination keep many who would benefit from mental health services from seeking help. And whereas the effective treatment of those individuals with mental health conditions can lead to recovery and they can lead full and productive lives. And whereas education, compassion, and awareness about mental illness can change negative attitudes and behaviors toward people with mental illness. And whereas each business, school, and government agency, law enforcement agency, healthcare provider, organization, and citizen shares the responsibility to promote mental wellness and support prevention efforts. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Kathleen Martin, on behalf of the Village of Fishkill, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2025 as Mental Health Awareness Month. And as the mayor of the Village of Fishkill, I also call upon all Village of Fishkill citizens, government agencies, public and private institutions, businesses, and schools to recommit our community to increasing awareness and understanding of mental illness, reducing the stigma and discrimination, and promoting appropriate and accessible services for all individuals. Thank you. So thank you. So this is a month-long campaign. We will be putting out information on our website and on our social media about some different facts and some also helpful phone numbers maybe and addresses for people. So this month, like I said, will be focused on mental health awareness. So thank you. We got that. So now we're good.
We're good.
Okay. So our next item on the agenda is another proclamation. This is absolutely my favorite part of this job as being mayor. This is the best part of this job for me personally. I love to be able to celebrate our residents' achievements, our businesses' achievements, and it just really makes me happy to be able to, shine a spotlight on a business or a person. We've done proclamations for Girl Scouts and all different kinds of things, and it's just really the best part of this job. So thank you for being here. But our next proclamation, I'm going to read it from the microphone, is for the Duchess Beer Cafe on their 10th anniversary. So whereas the Duchess Beer Cafe is a family-owned Belgian-inspired pub and restaurant, and it was established in the Village of Fishkill. Whereas the Duchess Beer Cafe has been steadfast in its dedication to the service of its customers and community for over the last 10 years. And whereas the Duchess Beer Cafe continues to be a popular family-friendly establishment. Whereas the Village of Fishkill would like to congratulate the Duchess Beer Cafe on their 10th anniversary. We thank them for their contributions to our community, and we wish them many more years of success. Now, therefore, I, Kathleen A. Martin, Mayor of the Village of Fishkill, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees and residents, do hereby present this proclamation to the Duchess Beer Cafe on celebrating your 10th anniversary.
Hey,
So thank you. Can we all come up?
yeah, well,
Everybody?
everybody.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming. I don't know which one of the places. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah. Congratulations. Let's go, 10 more years.
Yeah.
10 more years. Five, right? When you're. It sure does. All right.
I'm so happy to say.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Okay, I'll text you.
All right, let's see what we got. Information, mental health awareness. Okay. So the next item on our agenda here is the public hearing for the cannabis dispensary local law. So I will entertain a motion to open the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and there should be a copy here in your binder. Is there anybody here from the public to speak on the cannabis dispensary law? Hearing none. How long do I wait?
That's the long enough there because it should have arrived by now. Everybody's want to speak on
Okay. All right, so I'm hearing no comment. I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And what's the next step with this
it.
now?
Well, is board ready to adopt the local law? And we can pass it. If you're so inclined.
I mean, I have no problem waiting till we have a full board too.
Your call, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm
You
ready.
got a majority, I mean, you got a majority of what's going on.
Mhm.
Were there zoning things we needed to address?
I want to address the comments of the.
By the county?
board.
Right.
It's up to the board. I mean, you don't have to.
Uh-huh.
That's their opinion. But, the board can still adopt the local law.
Okay.
They didn't vote against it.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
They recommended it, putting it in other zoning districts, which I think we already discussed. We liked it in the districts that we had already
Right.
proposed. They recommend tying it to the state law, which would reduce our 2,000 feet to 1,000 feet. Just personally, I'm comfortable with our
Yeah.
2,000 feet.
Me too.
They suggested changing the term micro business, and I guess I'd have to look at Greg or look this up. So could be revised for adult use micro business. My only concern is what else goes under adult
Yeah.
use micro business,
What are your?
right? So I think I would just keep it the way we have it, but again, the board can. kind of
That
discuss
sounds
it.
better to me too. I
And
feel.
then off-street parking requirements, reference 200 feet of gross floor should be 200 square feet.
Mhm.
That one probably is, I would have to think is probably accurate.
Mhm.
Make that minor
That's just, yeah, that's a minor change, right? Okay.
Okay.
Local law.
Of consumption may be small, that is unclear. Okay, I mean, that was it. So, and it's rely on our own facts, so
Mhm.
we don't have to.
Yeah, I don't want to change the 2,000 either. You're right. Yeah, I think we've spent quite a bit of time on this, so I feel pretty comfortable.
It does feel like there's been a lot of
Right,
back and forth.
there sure has. Yeah, so is everybody comfortable voting tonight or?
I am.
Okay. So then, do you want us to do a roll call vote?
Roll.
Okay,
Get that one modification,
okay,
which is the 200 square feet.
for the parking.
But adding the square foot for the parking.
Yes. Okay, so I will entertain a motion that we adopt the local law with just the small change of the square footage for the parking.
Motion.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor? Oh, we're gonna do a roll call vote. Okay, so clerk, will you please do a roll call vote for
Mayor
us?
Martin,
Aye.
trustee Carmona,
Aye.
trustee Machado,
Aye.
trustee Ruggiero.
Aye.
Trustee Hughes is absent.
Very good.
Well, I
Thank you.
will, forward the certified vote to you. Pam, Mona,
Okay,
and she can probably do that.
very good. Thank you, Greg. Thanks for all your help with this.
Thank you, Greg.
Okay.
Same to this.
Now, the next item on the agenda is the revenue anticipation note. That was the email that Stephanie had sent.
Yes.
And this is a roll call vote as well. Greg, this is for the, correct, yes. So can you give us a brief?
The village treasurer has requested it. Because, the sewer revenues were not adequate to pay for the cost of the, I assume the construction.
Yeah, the construction.
Yeah, so the village treasurer had to use money from general funds, and now she has to repay that back to the sewer account. So
Mhm,
that's the purpose of the revenue anticipation note.
mhm.
That the revenues that will be derived over the course of coming year will be able to, to
Right,
get back the, loan to the general.
right. And I think she had included with her email, like the recent transactions, the past transactions. So I just want to make sure everybody
Yeah.
saw that and got a chance to review it. Okay, so then I will entertain a motion to, let's see. How do I word this?
Just read that.
Adopt the revenue anticipation note resolution.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adopt the anticipation note, revenue anticipation note resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Yeah,
Roll.
Oh, roll call, okay. Clerk, can you please do a roll call vote for us?
Mayor Martin,
Aye.
trustee Carmona.
Aye.
Trustee Machado,
Aye.
trustee Ruggiero.
Aye.
Okay. All right, thank you. Oh, and the one other thing we have on the agenda was to rescind the open container law for the block party, which is the 31st of May. So Greg, we usually do this for just the time of the event, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So
Good.
6 to 10.
Yeah, I think it's 6 to 10, yeah. So, and it's just for, all right, so then I will entertain a motion to rescind the open container law because of the block party on May 31st, 2025, from the hours of 6 to 10 PM.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Great. Does anybody have anything?
I just noticed that the election is not on our calendar on the website. If we could just get that date added to events
On the website?
on the website, the calendar.
I'll have to look at that.
Okay. Okay.
The petitions are due by,
Tomorrow is the first day they can be submitted. And up until the,
13th is the last day.
last day, okay, on the 13th.
okay, so May,
Next, it's this Tuesday and then the following Tuesday.
okay, so it's the May 6th is the first day, and then the last day is May 13th.
And then the only other thing I had to add is that I did reach out to the IDA. The next meeting is on the 14th.
Okay.
So I didn't know if there's been any outreach between you.
There has not, but I did write a letter, from me as mayor. Basically the same letter that we had written with a few tweaks, but with a whole paragraph about, the fact that villages are different than towns when it comes to special districts.
Right, right.
And that we would in fact be paying their share. So I did bold that, and, I felt like I really should, make some kind of further comment since so much time has passed.
Yeah, agreed. Just
You
was
know,
wondering what the
so,
follow-up was.
Yeah, it's been so many months now, and I figured I should at least, do that, send a letter. That would be great if they could wrap it up. But yes, I am gonna be sending that letter, which basically reiterated everything we had said at the, hearing with the extra emphasis on the special district. So. Do you have anything, Anthony? Also, Eddie, you have on Saturday a celebration at the food pantry, correct?
Yes,
And what are the hours for that?
I believe it's from 1 to 4. It's from 1 to 4, and the raffle's gonna be having there, they're gonna have a lot of very great prices. I mean, this price is up to $600.
No, it's from 11 to 2.
11 to 2, correction, that's what she said. We all got one of those at home. The Queens. Yeah, it's from 11 to 2. There's gonna be food, and I think the admission, the entrance is $20, and you get some free raffles. So, come on
Yeah.
down. And
Yeah, it's like a gala celebration.
Where is it at?
Where is
It's
it
at
at?
the food pantry.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, in the
No.
church hall.
Yeah.
Correct, yes,
Which church?
in the Reformed Church,
Reformed Church.
in the education
The community
center.
building there?
Yep,
Okay, so
yeah.
it's 11 to 2. And what was the fee?
Yeah.
11:53 it says.
No, how much was it?
$20.
And what else?
There's different, all kinds of enter to win these exciting prizes.
No, actually, I can't.
Food
I'll get you
and
money.
Donate inside or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, no, I'll get you, we have our ballet Saturday at
Uh.
1, so.
And also the turkey is also invited, so.
Oh, great.
So.
Is that the meal?
Is that the meal? Don't tell the town.
I invited him to.
spa and the massage.
Yeah, well,
Ah,
I'm gonna get a free haircut.
okay.
Thank you for coming. Please.
Thank you.
Impressive.
I do not, thank you.
Pam, anything? Okay, well, that is about it.
I saw this, is this something new? I just happened to see this sitting here, application for planning board.
Oh, Hans,
Yes, we had, running out of membership, and Pam, contacted me, said that, she was in contact with a person wanting to, join the planning board, and she gave them my phone number, and email address. And I never did hear from anybody, so I took it upon myself, and I talked to Pam, and Pam and Jeannie got together, and they came up with this form, which I think is quite simple enough.
Mhm.
And, for, members of the planning board, so that anybody can come in. There was an application form and
Mhm.
fill it out, and then it would be dated and signed.
Right. And we should make it available online too,
That's a good idea.
right? And then we were discussing maybe making a separate one for the activities committee.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, so that'll be good. Okay. All right.
So I received an email from Dawn Orciola, who was talking about 18 Church Street. Changes, the rezoning potentially.
Oh, okay.
So basically just asking when they will get back on the agenda and what is the status.
We had gotten some correspondence from the planner, but it was after the deadline for the agenda. Like it came in after 4 o'clock on
So
Friday.
can we put them on the next meeting?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, because we want the board to be able to review.
Of course,
Yeah.
I'll respond to her and let her know they'll be on the next.
Okay.
meeting. Yeah, great.
And I'll forward that to everyone.
Yes. Yeah,
Thank you.
we had Sarah's response to the 18 Church Street thing. And she written up a whole list of items for us to review, but it came in after business hours on Friday. So we didn't want to put it on the agenda for tonight. So we were going to send it to everyone for your review, and then we'll have it on the next agenda.
Is there a zoning meeting this month?
The ZBA
The
meeting,
ZBA? No?
there's nothing on the
Nothing on
agenda.
the agenda for that.
This is the one where there's a request for a rezoning of the property.
On the,
from
It doesn't go to-
yeah,
It
the
doesn't go to
side.
ZBA, okay.
Right. So this, yeah, this will give us a chance to review, and then when will the next zoning board be?
So this would first come to the village board, mayor, and if you decided to rezone, then it would have to go to the planning board.
Oh,
So it would first be an action of the village board
Okay.
to potentially rezone the property.
uh-huh,
Then they would be sent to the planning board for
Okay.
site plan approval, and if there were any variances needed, then it would go to ZBA.
oh, okay, okay,
So-
all right, that sounds good.
And zonings are discretionary. We don't even have to entertain it.
You do not have to entertain it, and if they went to the ZBA, it would be a change of use from the ZBA, and that's a hard lift for the ZBA. to approve, so.
So even without us approving it or wanting to even entertain it, they could still go to the zoning
They
board?
could seek relief from the zoning board, but it is a very
It would be,
difficult
yeah, I
application.
understand. Okay. Okay, so that'll give us a chance to take a look at everything that Sarah sent. And then maybe she can even come to the next meeting, so,
Yeah, I think she wanted you to look at everything, and if you had any questions,
okay,
we could have them, maybe even in the meantime, if you had any questions on the memo,
right,
you could send them to me or to Sarah, and
Uh-huh.
then she could respond to them too, and then
Okay.
possibly be here for the next meeting.
Can you ask her to be at the next meeting? See if she's
Absolutely.
available? Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
okay, sounds good. All right, motion to adjourn?
Second?
So,
Wait. Yeah,
Any
oh, I know,
discussion?
but he said second.
I know, I
was
did it,
totally
I did it
confused.
different, that's,
That's what I was confused of.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, I'm in favor.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. I know, I did that.
I was like,
Different.
what? Yeah, it's confused.
I didn't mean to make the motion. I meant to ask for the question. It was out there.